Boop. Happy Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, August the 24th, 2021. Today's daily Bible readings come to us from Psalm 11, 1 Kings 6, 1 through 14, Ephesians 6, 21 through 24, or you could have read Psalm 119, 97 through 104, Nehemiah 9, 16 through 31, and then end again with Ephesians 6, 21 through 24. I'm going to look at 1 Kings 6, 1 through 14 and talk about Solomon as a general contractor, because it's kind of what he was doing. Solomon's building a house for the Lord. We call it the temple. And he didn't do the work himself, though. He was the general contractor. He made sure that it got done, well, that it got done with the right materials. Now, in real world, our world, a general contractor might actually pick up a hammer and stuff. I don't know. Maybe Solomon did that. Maybe he did just enough to say I actually drove this spike here. But the main job that he had was making sure that it all got done. And like I said, got done well, got done with all the right materials. Probably didn't get done on time because it's a big government project. Anyway, but he made sure that it got done, that it was up to code, up to snuff. It was everything that it was supposed to be. Because the general contractor's job is to make the homeowner happy. And in this case, the homeowner is God. And like any good general contractor, he would check in from time to time with the homeowner to make sure that everything was up to his expectations. But here's the deal. What God wanted was... So he had certain expectations before he would take over the house, right? Before he would close on it and move in. And none of them, interestingly enough, had to really do what seemed to do with the building or what the materials were or how it looked. I mean, yeah, kind of. It was a kind of a physical brick and mortar recreation of the tabernacle that he'd been living in. Keep in mind, God had been living in a tent. He's RVing it, as I've said before, out in the countryside. But the things he seemed to be really concerned with wasn't terribly concerned with the paint color or the fixtures, right? He wasn't upset that they installed low-flow shower heads in the showers. He was concerned with the state of Solomon's heart and the faithfulness of Israel. He says to Solomon, if you'll do this, he says, if you will walk in my statutes, obey my ordinances, and keep all my commandments by walking in them, I will establish my promise with you, which I made with your father David. I will dwell among the children of Israel and not forsake my people Israel. So Solomon built the house and finished it. That's an important thing to remember. It's the state of Israel's heart, the state of Israel, their willingness to be faithful and obedient, the willingness of their king to be faithful and obedient to God, that makes the decision for God whether or not he indeed wants to dwell among them and live in this house that they built for them. He doesn't need the house. He's happy with a tent. Doesn't even need the tent. Anyway, but just remember that. A lot of the things that all the window dressings that we put a lot of emphasis on in the church, probably isn't what God's really concerned about. Anyway, that's the DBR for today. Get out, enjoy the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Boop.